Yo, it's been a while, I know, but that's only because of the fact that once again I haven't been able to actually watch wrestling or do it. So I feel like this channel is kind of not necessarily put on hiatus, but like just sort of taking a break because yo, I need to get back in that. I need to get back in into a ring, right? I don't have $250 to just do the whole monthly thing currently at this current school that is like down the street from me or whatever. And when I say down the street, I mean on the other side of town. But yeah, the goal right now is to get back into training at Reality of Wrestling. And, you know, speaking of Reality of Wrestling, that's probably the only show I've been watching lately. Not necessarily saying that I've been ignoring wrestling lately, but it's just that, like, that's the only show that's sort of just been keeping my attention. And if you hear talking in the background, it's because I'm not the only person who lives here. But yeah, like here's my thing though. I want to just like take this time to talk about reality of wrestling and just talk about wrestling in general because I'm starting to see like trends when it comes to wrestling fans that I just find just annoying and weird. And I say this as a person who wants to become a professional wrestler because I want fans to be like, that guy's great, that guy's great. Or at least, that guy's okay, that guy's okay. Something like that. Just something. But like I say this because, like I said, I truly do appreciate fans, but I feel like there's two types of fans. Well, there's multiple types of fans, but there's two that I like to point out. There's the type of fan who is like, I like this wrestler. I like this wrestler. I think they're great. They're good wrestlers. I have fun watching their matches. And then there's those other types of wrestling fans who are like, do this thing that I like, or I won't buy your merchandise. And those secondary fans be the types of people who I just cannot stand because of the fact that they come across as entitled, annoying, and moderately lazy. Because it's like to say that you are not a fan of certain things unless they do something that you want, it's just annoying. It's like, if you're not trying to go into the business to change it, then what makes you think that screaming at them to change it themselves is going to actually help anything? You got to get in there, man. You got to do it. Professional wrestling has expanded in multiple ways than one. There is more to professional wrestling than WWE now. And there's local companies that you can go in and be a part of and actually help with and support and among other things. So to just simply get mad at professional wrestling because you didn't like something that WWE did just makes you look a little silly. And speaking of looking silly, look, I don't know what it is, but like wrestling fans like because wrestlers have Twitter and stuff like that. You have these fans out here who swear to God that they talk to wrestlers. And the thing that always bothers me is because I'm a jealous type of person. Is that I tweet wrestlers, they never respond to me, but there's wrestlers like getting tweeted by fans who go out of their way to annoy them, and those wrestlers actually interact with those fans and just cancel them every time. There was recently a somebody tried to like make a joke about Beth Phoenix, and it's just ripped into this guy, and it was just he said something like she looks like your mom, bro, and it's like don't do that. And I just want to go ahead and take this time to point out real quick because like that bugs me when male fans kind of objectify a woman because of how they look more than their actual wrestling ability. It just sets us back. Look, I'm a guy, I'm male. I'm male. I get sexually stimulated by a lady every now and again, but not enough to save a picture of them off the internet, put it into my phone, and announce to everybody, "Hey, I touched myself to this picture." Just just so other guys can go, yeah, so do we. It's weird. It's weird and it's annoying and it's pointless because of the fact that it's like like urinating is a biological function. You know what I mean? Urinating is something that we all do. But you would never just go to another person and be like, I urinated in that bathroom once. And another guy would just be like, yeah, so did I. Can we please, like, have masturbation be as weird as that so we could just stop doing this? Because saving pictures of women that you find attractive that you will never interact with in your life is weird. It's weird, man. It's weird. I'm just saying, there's a lot of stuff that wrestling fans do that I just don't like. It's the entitlement, it's the weirdness, it's the, it's people who act like being a fan is more important than it actually is when it's not. Being a wrestling fan is great. Being a wrestling fan is sort of the cornerstone of professional wrestling, but it's not bigger than being a wrestler. It's not bigger than being um, it's not bigger than being, anything other than what it is. You're just a person on the sideline screaming for the person you like or don't like. Like, just don't get too big for your britches. Don't let Dave Meltzer out here have y'all thinking that being a fan is a bigger deal than actually being a wrestler or being a commentator or being a personnel or actually being involved in the wrestling scene. Just because you're a fan of professional wrestling doesn't mean that you're involved in the wrestling scene. You know, either get in or don't. I'm ranting. I'm sorry. But yeah, reality of wrestling is great. And I'm going to start watching title match wrestling too because it takes place in a similar location, which is the Royal Gym Arena in Texas City, Texas, which is also Booker T's wrestling school, reality of wrestling. That's it though. Love and peace. Y'all have a good one.